All right, let's go. Let's continue the Filling in the Corners series with the Dead Marshes, another quest I skipped my first time I went through all the quests for my single core progression series. So we're starting here at the Lord of the Rings LCG Quest Companion Gamers Dungeon website. Amazing website. Because this quest has an escape test. This is one of the first quests we get that gives you a mechanic that you probably want to do a little deck building for. So we have to make an escape test every round, and what you do is commit characters to the test. You exhaust the characters, and then you're going to count up the willpower of all the exhausted characters. You may play cards or adjust willpower with other effects after you've exhausted the characters, and then we're going to look at the top cards of the encounter deck based on a value, and we're going to compare the escape value of the looked at cards with the willpower that we committed to the escape test. So basically, we're using our willpower twice. So in this quest, we have Hot Pants Gollum, and he's going to make you do an escape test at the end of the quest phase. And there's other cards that might make you do escape tests. So when you have a quest where you're going to be using stats on a card for two different purposes, in this case, questing and escape tests, you want to build a deck that helps you do that. Normally, you're just using each stat for one thing. So quests that use battle or siege questing is another example. So what I've done with my deck is I've added 3 heroes that I can use at least twice a round, hopefully. So Aragorn can spend his resource and ready, so he can quest and then ready and then use his willpower for the escape test. And then I have 2 hobbits, and because the Dead Marshes comes with Fast Hitch, I can attach it to a Hobbit character, exhaust Fast Hitch to ready the attached character. As a side note, this is a pack of cards that I think people are going to really be looking for when the new Saga expansion comes out that combines the first 6 quests into one box of the Saga, because you're going to want these Fast Hitches. So the Dead Marshes, if you are planning on buying that Saga reprint when it comes out, you're going to want a copy of the Dead Marshes. If you see it, grab it. Okay, but anyway, I'd hope to get a Fast Hitch on both Hobbits, actually, so I can use their willpower twice. And then I've also included cards that boost willpower. Now, you have to be careful here, because boosting your willpower until the end of the phase, let's take a look at Faramir. Each character controlled by that player gets +1 willpower until the end of the phase. The end of the phase happens before at the end of the phase. It's very confusing. I actually had to ask the guys in the Secret Friendship chat, because I'm like, I always forget how this works. So this Gollum, for example, says at the end of the quest phase, you got to make the escape test. And Faramir, for example, says until the end of the phase. Based on how lasting effects work, this effect would end before you would make the escape test. A lasting effect expires as soon as a timing point specified by its duration is reached. That means that an until the end of the round lasting effect expires just before an at the end of the round ability or delayed effect may initiate. And you can replace round with phase there. Another way to look at it is one of these graphs. So you're going until the end of the phase, and then at the end of the phase would be the open dot. We all remember these graphs from school. But basically, Faramir does not help you with an escape test if you used his ability to help quests. Neither does a new card I'm adding to the series, Rearguard. Discard a leadership ally to give each hero committed to the quest +1 willpower until the end of the phase. But these are still good cards to put in this deck, because if I can play cards in the quest phase to boost willpower of characters committed to the quest, that could mean I don't have to commit other characters to the quest, because the willpower boosts have negated the need to put these other characters into the quests, and then I can use those characters for the escape test. So action advantage and being able to boost my willpower while I'm on the quest. Protector of Lorien's another good choice. I added 1 copy of Favor of the Lady, hadn't used this card yet. I added 3 copies of Dunedain Quest. I also hadn't used this card yet in the series. So that's my plan. Commit characters to the quest, boost their willpower, action advantage, have characters ready for escape tests, and then win. This quest can be a little tricky. It really can, but it's fun to try to build a deck to tech against it. So let's see how the game goes. All right, Gimli, now where are we?
festering, stinking marshland as far as the eye can see.
All right, 1A, into the marshes. We're going to add Gollum to the staging area, and then we're going to shuffle and then reveal one encounter card per player and add it to the staging area. So we're going to have Hot Pants Gollum with us. If Gollum ever has 8 or more resource tokens on him, we shuffle him back into the encounter deck forced. At the end of the quest phase, we're going to make an escape test, dealing 1 card per player from the encounter deck. If this test is failed, place 2 resource tokens on Gollum. So we have an escape test at the end of every quest phase, and I should draw my opening hand first. I always do the encounter deck setup first when I'm playing a game on camera because I think it just flows better, but I should already have my opening hand before I reveal this card and add it to the staging area. That is the correct order of operations. It can matter, especially with cards that come later in the card pool. You would want to have your opening hand already. Okay, let's reveal the encounter card and add it to staging area. Oops. The card we get is, oh good, the little blinky-eyed guy, Wisp of Pale Sheen. That always looks like a will-o-wisp. Anyone seen Brave? All right, it's got the escape trait. Place 2 resource tokens on Gollum. We may exhaust a lore hero to make it only 1. Okay, well, putting those resource tokens on Gollum is bad, so I think I am going to exhaust my lore hero, so I only have to put 1 resource token on him instead of 2, because if he ever gets 8, he gets shuffled into the deck, and then we got to find him, and that's really annoying. We don't want that to happen. So Bilbo is exhausted, and now let's give our deck a shuffle, and we will draw our opening hand. So I'm looking for Fast Hitch. I want cards that boost my willpower, and some threat reduction isn't terrible, but mainly I want anything that boosts willpower and Fast Hitch. All right, we got the Guard of the Citadel. There's a willpower boosting card. Rear Guard. Okay, Snowboard Scout, another willpower boosting card. There's Fast Hitch. Ooh, and my single copy of Hennemarth. Hennemarth is really good for this quest. Okay, 1B, 12 quest points needed. So you can use Hennemarth to look what you need to quest against, to look at what cards getting looked at for the escape test. It's great. Okay, Bilbo draws me 2 cards. I'm going to put that token on there to remind me to draw 2. And we get the Riddermark's Finest and Eomund. Okay, great. So I got a good selection of spirit, lore, and leadership cards. Let's play Fast Hitch on a Hobbit character. You exhaust it to ready the Hobbit character. So let's put that right on Bilbo. So it was really no harm in exhausting Bilbo to drop that resource token by 1. And then I really don't want to play anything else. I'm going to wait to play the Snowborn Scout until I get a location, and then the Snowborn Scout's a great target for Rearguard. All right, let's go into the quest phase. I don't really need to make a lot of progress at this point. I'm just trying to make sure I pass the escape tests. So I sent Frodo, and it's 2 against 2. Okay, so when we travel to this place, we got to place a resource token on Gollum. I don't want to do that. I'm going to try to explore that while it's in staging. So yeah, I only sent 2. If I underquested by 1 or 2, raising my threat was not going to be a big deal. Now let's do the escape test. So I'm sending 3 willpower and escape 2. Okay, great. We passed that because we had more willpower than the escape value. And that's it. Going into the next round. Everybody's ready. Resources, 2 cards. That token helps me remember. Oh, nice. Another Fast Hitch and some card draw with Valiant Sacrifice. All right, excellent. Frodo now can be used twice around. So this is going really well. I have 2 leadership resources, 2 spirit resources. Let's get some Rohan allies in. So the Riddermark's Finest, I could exhaust and discard it to put 2 progress on that location if I wanted to. And then I'm also going to put in the Snowborn Scout and put a progress on that location when it enters play. I'd like to find a second Snowborn Scout, then I can just clear it. And now I can play Rearguard if I need to boost my willpower in the quest phase. So that would be nice. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's commit to the quest. I would like to make some progress. I mean, this is a quest where you don't want to wait around. Every round you play is another round that Gollum could escape. So let's send characters on the quest. I think I'll send Aragorn as well, so we're sending a total of 6. I could ready Frodo and Bilbo right now. I just forget to. So it's 6 against 2. And yeah, I want to make progress. So we gotta start sending the willpower. A 3 threat, the Heart of the Marshes location. While it's the active location, all cards get a +1 escape value, even cards that don't have any printed escape. Okay, that is not a card you want to be the active location at the end of the quest phase. 1 of 12 progress goes on the quest. I'm not going to play rearguard. And then let's commit to the escape test. So Frodo and Bilbo are going to be for 3, and there's no escape value. Okay, so Gollum once again did not escape. And now we go to the travel phase. I am going to travel to the heart of the marshes, and hopefully we can quest for enough next round to clear it. All right, no combat yet. This quest is kind of weird. You can sometimes get really bogged down in combat. There are some nasty enemies, but if you obviously don't reveal them, then you don't have to worry about them. All right, let's see what I get. That token reminds me every time. Oh, good, another Snowborn Scout, and there's Faramir. Perfect. Okay, Snowborn Scout is great because I'm going to be able to clear the fen and marshes that's in the staging area. So let's put him into play. He places a progress on it, and that gets rid of the 2 threat. So that's wonderful. So now we don't have any threat in staging, and we have to get through a 4 progress location. Hennemarth. So he's interesting because I could see what I have to quest against and quest exactly. I could use him to look at the escape card that's going to get looked at the end of the quest phase and see if it's even worthwhile committing to it. I mean, sometimes these escape values are pretty high, and if you know you don't have a chance to beat the escape test, just don't send anybody, especially if you have combat to worry about. All right, let's send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. And then, okay, another Heart of the Marshes. So I had ways to boost my willpower. So I'm short by 2. So the Riddermark's Finest could place 2, or I could just do rear guard. So I'm going to discard a leadership ally to give each hero committed to the quest +1 willpower. So let's discard a Snowborn Scout. That's what they do anyway, right? You play them and then they end up in your discard pile somehow. Either they chump or do something. So that means I'm going to add 3 willpower, and I am going to place the 4 progress needed to get rid of that location. So no more +1 escape value. And then we placed a 2nd progress on the quest. Okay, so let's have Hennemarth take a peek. What are we going to be up against? An escape value of 2. Okay, so like I said, if I had combat to worry about, I would know exactly what to send. Here, as long as I'm sending 3, I'm fine. We do the escape test. Gollum doesn't escape. And then now, once again, we travel to the heart of the marshes, and we go into the next round. So far, so good. Now I just want to start making some progress. I got a pretty good board state going. It would be nice to just dump a bunch of progress on the quest and go. What do we get? There's a way to make progress. 2 ways. So Celebrian Stone and another rear guard. So Celebrian Stone is nice, +2 willpower. I also have Eomund. I have Faramir. I have a lot of leadership cards in hand right now. So Steward would be nice to help Aragorn pay for some of those. So committing to the quest, let's once again just send 5. It's 5 against nothing. And then we get pursued by Shadow. I'm going to raise my threat by 1 for each character not committed to the quest. Okay, that's gonna raise my threat up a little bit. So I have 3 characters not committed to the quest. So there we go. And getting close to 35, that's never good. But I added no threat. So I'm once again making 1 progress. And then now escape test. Let's take a peek. And then escape a 2. I mean, you could just use Hennemarth for the escape test if you wanted, but I like taking a peek. It's probably better just to use Hennemarth, but I'm kind of getting myself in the rhythm of if I ever do have combat, I want to use Hennemarth like that. But I totally should have just committed him, the Riddermark's Finest, and both hobbits to the escape test, and because whatever it was, I was going to have everybody committed anyway. There's no reason not to. Steward and Protector of Lorien. That's great. All right. Steward's going on Aragorn, so now he's going to have 3 resources around. Protector of Lorien, you can discard cards to boost willpower or defense. Now, Protector of Lorien is just until the end of the phase, and the Hot Pants Gollum effect is at the end of the phase, so you can't use Protector of Lorien to help with an escape test. But Celebrian Stone will, so that's just making Aragorn now have 4 willpower all the time. And now let's play Eomund. So he has 2 willpower, and when he leaves, he readies Rohan characters, so that's great. Now we can quest. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 9 against nothing. Here we go. Ooh, and we get Through the Mist. An escape treachery. I got to make an escape test using my attack instead of willpower, dealing 2 cards from the encounter deck. If this test is failed, place 1 resource token on Gollum and raise my threat by 1. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm not really equipped to do that well, and I'm still going to have to do the regular escape test. So let's just send one and see if we can get lucky. No. Okay, so my only hope was to have no escape values. So I do have to raise my threat by 1, and I am going to place a resource token on Gollum, but we added no threat, so we are going to make 9 progress, which puts us exactly at 12. So we are going to advance to stage 2, flavor text, and then 3 progress needed, forced. When this stage is defeated, the first player chooses a player. That player makes an escape test, dealing 1 card from the encounter deck for each resource token on Gollum. If we fail the test, we need to reset the quest deck back to stage 1B. So it's like we're starting over. If we pass that escape test, we win. Well, if you look at the runtime left on this video, I think you can kind of guess that something happens that's not great. So, all right, well, once again, no combat, but we do have an escape test to worry about. So I think I decide, all right, that's enough of just using Hennemarth to take a peek at the escape card. Let's just start using him. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no point in using him, and then no escape value. Okay, so we do not have to place any resource tokens on Gollum. We're going to go into what I hoped would be the final round of the game, and well, let's see what happens here, guys. I forget to take the exhaustion token off the Rittermark's Finest. We get the Dunedain quests and another rear guard, so more willpower boosting cards. That's great. We have 2 more resources on Aragorn. He also has the spirit icon thanks to Celebrian Stone, but all I have is leadership cards. So I think I'm just going to hold on to him. Let's see what we have to quest against. Crap. So that was a good use of Hennemarth, because if I knew I was revealing, let's say, 2 threat, I would only have to send 5 on the quest to get my 3. So I don't know what I'm going to be questing against. It's a Surging Crow, so I know I'm at least against 1, but I do have those rear guards. So I could boost my willpower by 3 if I send all 3 heroes. I also have this Dunedain quest, so I can attach that to Frodo, giving him +1 willpower, and then I can spend a resource from Frodo's resource pool to move it somewhere else if I wanted to. So Frodo's now a 3 willpower hero. And yeah, I don't know what I'm up against. So there's 1, 2, and if I send the hobbits, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 against 1. I think that'll have to do. So 6 against 1. Let's see if I make the 3 progress. We won't know until I reveal the next card. So a Surging Crow, and it surges into another Through the Mists. This is unlucky. So I got to make that attack escape test thing, and I really would rather not place another token on Gollum. Okay, so I got the Rittermark's Finest, Frodo, and Bilbo. That would be a 3. Let's go for it. All right, 3, and we get... Okay, Through the Mist has kind of screwed me over, like, both ways. So it had an escape value of 3, and I only had 3 for my attack value. So I failed the escape test. So another token goes on there, but I only revealed 1 threat. So I have made the progress needed. So now we need to do the escape test based on the number of resource tokens on Gollum. So stinks adding that resource token on him right there, because that's 1 more card that I need to go. Okay, well, I have Aragorn. He has a base willpower of 4, and then I can take an action before I look at the cards, and I can discard up to 3 cards for Protector of Lorien. All right, so 3 plus 4 is going to be 7. So I'm committing 7 to this escape test. We get 5. That's not a good start. And then 5. Shoot. It didn't even matter that 3rd token got put on there. The first 2 were 5s. So yeah, we didn't pass that escape test. So we need to go back to 1B. Oh, man. And if I hadn't had to do that escape test with the attack values, I would have had 5 more willpower I could have added. So I could have passed. But that's all right. All right, we're back to 1B. I mean, it stinks because now I have to do the end of the quest phase escape test as well, and I have nobody ready. So I'm definitely failing this, because even if you're even, you fail. So sending 0 and revealing 0 means I did not pass the escape test. Started to go into combat when I realized that, so yeah, we gotta do that. So that was, I was like, dang, I kind of forgot about that. Okay, sending 0, and we get 0, of course. Okay, so another token on Gollum. Oh, man, that really stinks. All right, 2 tokens, I should say. So he's up to 5. Dang! Okay, we're getting attacked by some crows. So I can defend with the Snowborn Scout. No shadow. There's an escape of 2. Snowborn Scout actually lives. And let's go into the next round. So, I mean, I need to make 12 progress again. I'm going to have another escape test at the end of it. So yeah, this is where this quest, it looked like I had it well in hand, and now I'm really just starting over with a board state in play. Come on, grab that card. It's sticking. There we go. All right, Ancient Matham and Favor of the Lady. So more willpower boosting. So, okay, let's see. I don't know if I can make 12 progress. I mean, I might be able to, but I think I got to kind of count on 2 rounds here to get through with 12 progress. So let's put Favor of the Lady on Frodo. So now he's questing for 4. Let's give Aragorn some resources, and we're going to have Faramir. So, I mean, Faramir could boost everybody. I might be able to. Well, let's go for it. I kind of wish I hadn't spent a couple of those cards to boost the Protector of Lorien. So we got Eomun for 2. And then, of course, Frodo and Bilbo are going to add 5. All right, so that's 7. And then I'm debating, do I want to send Aragorn? I really don't, because I can't ready him. So let's do the Ridmark's Finest. So we're up to 8. Oh, okay, nice. So it's just a 2-threat location. So that means we're currently making 6. And then Faramir can boost us by 4. So, okay, yeah. We made 10 of the 12. I'm fine with that. 10 of the 12 is good. And then we have the escape test, and Aragorn is still ready. So he can do an escape test of 4. And I also have those stupid crows I have to worry about. So let's see what we're going to be up against. Okay, nothing. Oh, that's actually really good, knowing there's nothing coming. So I can ready Frodo and Bilbo, and I only have to do an escape test of 1, because I know I'm revealing nothing. So I'm just going to use Bilbo. Bilbo did his escape of 1 and passed. So now I'm going to defend these crows. I'm going to defend a Frodo. There is a shadow, +1. Okay, cool. +3 if undefended. So Frodo lives, and then Aragorn can kill this. And I'm going to shuffle these guys back in. Usually I try to keep the bats engaged with me. I'm sorry, the crows engaged with me, because I don't like their surge, but it's a card that doesn't have an escape value. So I'm going to put that card back in the deck. I did not travel because I did not want to place a resource token on Gollum to travel. I can always use the Riddermark's Finest to get rid of that location. There we go, some threat reduction and another Riddermark's Finest. That's great. And don't forget, Aragorn has the spirit resource icon thanks to Celebrian Stone. So I can easily afford the Galadriel's Greeting, which I think I'm going to do because I want to drop my threat below 35. So we are down to 34, just barely sneaking under there. I need to make, whoa, hey, get back here. I need to make 2 more progress on the quests, so that's not going to be hard. And I'm going to have to do an escape test afterwards. Let's see what I'm up against, so I know exactly what to quest against here. When revealed, I got to make an escape test dealing 2 cards from the encounter deck. If this test is failed, place 1 resource token on Gollum and raise each player's threat by 2. Okay, so I have to do 2 escape tests, but I'm revealing nothing. So that's good to know, because if I just send Frodo, then it's going to be 4 against 2, which is going to let me place my 2 progress. Okay, that's fine. Now, escape test. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So an escape test of 7. I'm in the quest phase, so Faramir could actually boost everybody. I kind of forget that this escape test is happening in the quest phase. So I counted Faramir just as 1 willpower, but it's actually a lot more. He could have just boosted everybody because we are in the quest phase at the moment. But it didn't matter. It's just an escape value of 2. But that's something to remember. If you reveal a card that makes you do a willpower escape test, then you can boost everybody's willpower with stuff, and it counts because you're in the quest phase. I'm just, in my mind, I was thinking I was once again at the end of the quest phase. It's a little tricky. Okay, now we have the regular escape test. So I still have Frodo, who's got a 4. I could use Bilbo, who could use the fast hitch to pop him back up. And so I think I'm sending Bilbo. I just forget to move the token. So yeah, it's 5 and nothing. Okay, so we passed that escape test. Okay. We're going to have to try this again. So we got 5 tokens on Gollum, assuming we don't add any more in the quest phase. I just need to make 3 progress and then win. 2 Gandalfs. Okay, 2 Gandalfs. That's actually pretty good because once again, my threat hit 35. So I'd love to drop my threat down. So let's play Gandalf at full cost using just lore resources. I haven't had many lore cards hit my hand, and then dropping my threat down. So now I am at 30, so I don't need to worry about the treacheries that hit me if I'm at 35. And he's got 4 willpower, so that's good. All right, some stewards effect here. I got 5 spirit resources. So I can play Riddermark's Finest. There's 1, 2. So Riddermark's Finest can get rid of that location up in staging. Let's play another ally. So there's 1 more willpower on the table. And then Hendemarf says we're going to be up against, there, it worked this time. So I know I'm up against 4, so I got a quest for 7. Let's just use the Riddermark's Finest, exhaust and discard it. We're going to get rid of that. So we're going to be up against 2. So now I need to quest for 5. Frodo quests for 4. And I'm going to be up against 2, so add Bilbo. There we go, 5. Reveal a little snipe. Place the 3 progress, so now we're exacties. And now send everybody on this escape test. Since this escape test is happening in the quest phase, it's not Gollum's escape test, it's on the quest card. Faramir can boost everybody. So I think, if I did my math right, 25. And then I can discard 3 cards to Protector of Lorien, making it 28. And I got to look at 5 cards. So I don't think mathematically there's a way for me to lose it. Let's see. Nothing, 2, nothing. Well, okay, there we go. I got it that time. But yeah, that's fun. I don't mind this quest. I really don't. It's actually a pretty fun quest. And I think it's kind of fitting that this is the quest that you get fast hitch, because if you are planning on getting those saga quests, building a deck to take on this quest will help you against the first quests in the sagas. So just take that as a little piece of advice. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we're going to keep filling in these corners. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.